Welcome back, guys, to round 5 of our Variety Series Championship. We're at Monza in GR1 cars, Group C cars, so the old cars, the older Le Mans ones. Get ready for the lights to go out, and off we go. Bidster on pole from Jay as everyone gets a good start. Domingo gets a good start from the middle, I think. Everyone else away well. Let's see how we go into the first corner. Boost is on, and oh, Lillian completely misses his braking point, hits Seek up the back end. He exits stage left. And everyone else making it through. A bit of contact between Seek and Tass there, the two Belgian boys trying to sort each other out as we now head ground Curva Grande towards the second chicane. There's a foam marker in the middle of the road as everyone else is away well towards the chicane. Here we are at the second chicane, everyone on the brakes, everyone going into the second chicane. Looks clean to me so far. Domingo and TY close a bit further back. Bidster still in the lead, and as the new guy, That Rage, alongside Mr. Slow One into the first Lesmo. Then as we rejoin the leaders into the second Lesmo, it's Bidster from Neil, Jay Hewson in third place, Jamo in fourth. As we go down towards Ascari now, Seek One and King Domingo very close, and the two Saubers, the two Sauber Mercedes C9s, 1989, beautiful car. As we come down towards the Ascari chicane, through Ascari, very difficult piece of racetrack. Got to get a good one onto the back straight. There's TY further behind than the Jaguar, and the pink Jaguar. As we come down towards the Parabolica now, here comes Jay Hewson in third place. Task One right behind Jamo now. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is a boost race. It's an endurance boost race, so the cars will be very close together throughout the whole race. Seek One having a look at King Domingo here. We're coming down towards the first chicane. That's one lap done already. This is a 50-minute race. Onto the brakes. Task One looking at the inside of Jamo now. Contact. And Task One runs a bit wide. Self-inflicted, I think, because he rejoins. Everyone else avoiding him. TY goes through. That Rage with momentum as well. Lillian close up behind. That Rage goes on the grass. Whoa, close. Lillian looking very aggressive, darting left, right, left, right. Let's go into the chicane. Everyone trying to fall through. Lillian through on TY now. Lillian picking up places. As we go up, TY's dropped right off. TY got involved in there somewhere. Lillian almost runs wide. As we go through the second Lesmo, Lillian closing up. Meanwhile the leaders, Bidster in the lead. Neil Farmack, Jay Hewson, close as that. In towards Ascari, Jay Hewson closing up to the back of Neil. Meanwhile, Task One and King Domingo still running together. That Rage still behind Lillian. As we go and look at the Task and Domingo battle coming down towards the Parabolica. Lillian closing up now. Lillian closing up to Task. Will he have a look at the inside? I think he's gonna. He's looking at the inside, but no. Task One carries the momentum around the outside and keeps the speed for now. Don't forget, the further back you are, the more boost you have. So Lillian and That Rage will be right up Task One's backside as they come down over the start-finish line. Boom! Quick as that. Down towards the first chicane. Lillian's going to go up the inside here. We all know he's going to go up the inside and try something, but they're both on the brakes very late, and they're both absolutely trying to mug King Domingo into the chicane, and I think one of them's done it. I don't think the other one got past. Task One got shuffled out in that. So Lil to the front of this pack. Task One there, That Rage still taking favouring that wide line. Mr. Slow One getting his teeth stuck in as King Domingo goes up the inside of Lillian into the chicane. Will Lillian yield? I think he has to, because his exit stage left. So I think King Domingo's gone right to the back. It's spatting back out. So there he is. TY still working his way up from the back, but I'm sure the boost will help him there. So only 4 minutes into this race. And it's all happening. That Rage now, close up behind Task One. Just the speed difference with the boost is incredible. It's almost dangerous. As we come down up towards Ascari and Mr. Slow One, I thought we were going to have a little look there, but backs off, sensible. Doing well in this one. There's Jamo. Let's keep in touch with the leaders as well. Bidster still in the lead in the Mazda 787B, running his own renowned colours. His own take on the colour scheme with his usual Union Jack and orange colours. There's Neil Farmack. in second place, coming down to start-finish straight. Oh, look further back here. Everyone trying to be fifth. As we go down the straight, almost 4 wide. Incredible stuff. How are they all going to fit through this chicane? I do not know. Everyone on the brakes. Careful, boys, careful. Domingo ghosting for a little penalty, but I think he's all right there. Task folds out. Domingo with a slow run. Task will have a good run out of here. Everyone through there more or less cleanly. That's about as clean as you can get with the boost on. Meanwhile, there's Bidster in the lead, hopping over the curbs. Oh, really hopping over the curbs more than everyone else. And then we'll look in the background. Here's this mad bunch. Oh, Task 1 contacts into the side of Domingo, but lets him go. Realises what he does, what he did, and into the first Lesmo. We go. Mr. Slow One to the inside of that range. Good move by Mr. Slow One, rocking the Iron Maiden colours in the multicoloured Jaguars. Liliam has a look at the inside of that range in the background. Contact's made, but he's still going to keep his foot in. Very aggressive stuff, almost too aggressive. As we go towards Ascari, Seat 1 having a look at the inside of Task, but no, doesn't make it through. As we exit Ascari now, Mr. Slow One there in the Jag. The Jag's got good top speed, struggles a bit on the brakes. Oh, Lilian ran wide there. So as you come down towards Parabolica, you think it were a sprint race with the way that they're going at it. Task up the inside of Seat, goes through, but he's going to force Seat wide. Mr. Slow One's going to have opportunity here. Oh, gets forced out by Seek. And with the boost taking effect here, even just naturally the Jaguar's got some good speed and it shows. Look at the speed of Mr. Slow One down the inside into the chicane. How are they all going to fit through here? I don't know. Oh, Task has a Lil takes opportunity there. Seat goes through. As that rage folds in behind. TY's now joining this battle, so it's going to be even more cars. 5th through to 11th, battling out for 5th place. As Seek defending from low. Mr. Slow One's completely messed up the braking point. It's rejoined him at the start of the chicane. So unlucky there. Lilian moving up the field, trying to have a look at Seek. Everyone close together, out of the second Lesmo onto the straight. Not just drafting, but the boost will be taking effect as well. It is a bit overpowered, the boost. In fact, it's very overpowered actually, it's almost dangerous. But as you come up to Ascari, Lilian right behind Seat 1, practically trying to push him through the chicane, and on the grass, trying too hard. He's driving very aggressively in this one, Lilian, as we come down towards the Parabolica. And he's not going to make it 3 wide, surely. No, can't do a 3 wide into there. Has a little look and then rethinks about it. Task 1 slow out the corner. Everyone heading for the pits now, because only 50 litres of fuel to start with. So you have everyone else in the pits. Meanwhile, Bidster and Neil are keeping going. Bidster and Neil are keeping going. That range is keeping going as well. TY as well. So everyone else stopping for fuel, as we see there. See Jay Houston rejoin there. He's the first one back out on track. He's done that to try and get more boost, to get more of a gap. But you've got to play the long game in this. There's Jamo coming out behind him. Mr. Slow One out in last place. Everyone else out. The 2 Belgians still together out the pits. King Domingo on the brakes into the first corner behind Lilian. Lilian got ahead of him in the stops. So Mr. Slow One exit stage left. Over the curbs. There we go. Rejoining. So Lilian versus King Domingo. Coming out, just come out the pits, coming up towards the second chicane. He has a look to the inside. He goes to the inside. Domingo uses the overspeed of the boost into the chicane. And Lilian doesn't give up without a fight though. He said, no, you don't, sunshine. You've got to try harder than that. As Task 1 takes advantage of King Domingo's running wide there. So Task 1 through, and he's going to be right up the backside of Lil. Seek 1 closing in. Still 4 cars battling through. Meanwhile, a bit further up. We'll have a look at this, because Lilian and Task are side by side coming down towards Ascari. This is going to end in tears. But I think Task 1's just got the overspeed, but we all know Lilian doesn't give up on the brakes, and he doesn't, but he runs too hot. You can't try and defend every situation, Lilian. You've got to pick and choose your moments. And he gets a bit carried away on the power there. So, yeah, very reckless driving there from Lilian. So that separated that little pack up. Let's have a little look. Oh, Neil Farmack and Bidster's in as well. That rage as well. TY's gone round, so TY's going to take advantage of this. TY's gone round. So everyone else out the pits. Bidster back in third, and he rejoins where this group is. Jamo and Jay into the first corner. Not really seen much of these boys yet because it's all been happening further back, but Jay Houston leads from Jamo, but Jamo looks like he might get a decent run out of here. The Mazda. See if he closes up towards the chicane. Will he have a look at the inside? Yes, he is. He's looking up the inside of Jay Houston into the chicane, but no, has to back out of it. Jay Houston gets a better run. Oh, meanwhile, Bidster's got all the battling Belgians and Domingo mixed in there as well. So Bidster's rejoined amongst that group. We don't want to get involved in that too much. Otherwise, we'll start going backwards as we look now at Task. With Domingo behind him, Domingo with a good run out that corner. He's going to get past, and he might even have a draft off Bidster here as well. As we come down towards Oscara, let's keep an eye on this. Task one up the inside, and Domingo keeps it makes it stick round the outside. So good job by Domingo there, good move. But Task will be right back in the draft, but watch out for Seek, because the boost will be taking effect. Here he comes. All that power, Task one, left, right. Whoa, what's with the darting about? I mean, there's darting about to put pressure on, and then there's that. So, don't know what that were all about. It was very aggressive stuff, but yeah, I think it all needs to calm down a bit back there. But as we go down towards the first chicane now, Domingo ahead of Bidster. Task one, Seek one, side by side. Into the first chicane. Oh, Seek is a little tap to Bidster, and then that helps him go through past Domingo. So thank you, old chum, that'll help. As he gets past Domingo with assistance from Seek. And we continue around Curva Grande now. Bidster in the lead, he's got a defence from Domingo now, otherwise he's going to be eaten alive with this group. But we all know Bidster can keep people behind. As he's on the brakes now into the chicane, defends the inside line, no way through for Domingo, does actually run a bit wide, he might get capitalised here. Oh, Tasson gives him a little shove to say, there you go. A little assistance as Lilian goes up the inside. Oh, Seek, but backs out of it, can't make it stick. As we go through the second Lesmo down the straight. Seek one closing up to Task. Meanwhile, Jamo and Jay still close up ahead. Bidster, Domingo and everyone else. Task one and Seek one move out to go up the inside of Domingo. Task one up the inside. Domingo gives him room. Only just enough room. Task still practically pushing him. Lilian's joined the fray now. Still these four can't get away from each other. They're all stuck in one little bunch as Task one goes to the inside to the Parabolica. Let's have a look. Lilian's going to try and follow. Keep it to the inside, and meanwhile Mr. Slow One's creeping up on this group as well, so watch out for the red Jaguar in the background, boys, as the Belgians... Oh, the Belgians are about to go 3 wide! Oh, it's 3 wide behind Domingo. This is a... Let's get this party started. As we go down to the first chicane. Almost 3 wide as we go to the chicane. We all know Lilian's going to try and go on the brakes. He's missed his braking point completely. Again, very over-ambitious from Lilian. He should have backed out of that. Too over-ambitious. But everyone else luckily gets through that without any incident. So Bidster's lost out to Domingo in that. Task one and Seek one still trying to find a way past Bidster, but there's no way through. Bidster on the grass slightly because he was looking in his mirrors. To the brakes, into the corner, and yellow flags wave, so I think someone's had an off there, bad. But oh, Neil Farmack's moved back to 4th, so Neil Farmack's had an off from 2nd. They'll go through the first Lesmo. Task one, have a little look at Bidster. Bidster says, no, you don't, sunshine, find another way through. Seek one, behind Task, still looking for a way through. That Sauber's a very good handling car. Got better top speed than the Mazda, but in the boost, the Mazda will still be quite fast. The Seek one goes on the inside of Task, and he might try and get Bidster as well. Nope. Bidster slams the door in his face, and Task is able to take advantage of that. Out of the Lesmo, out of the Ascari chicane, put the teeth in. There's now Bidster defending from Task 1. Oh, Task 1 off! Task 1 off, exit stage left. Mr. Slow One goes through, and don't forget that rage in the background. Trying to take advantage. Look at Mr. Slow One go! Using that boost to good advantage. and also the speed of that Jaguar. Look at the speed of that thing as he goes down the straight, but he's not got as good brakes in that car. You have to brake early as you do. Oh, he does the brakes early, and Bidster up the inside of Domingo. Oh, very ambitious move there from Bidster, but I think he's going to let Domingo go here. Oh, is he not? No, he's going to go through. Goes through. Oh no, now he's lifting and letting Domingo through. There we go. We all know Bidster's sportsmanship. Very good. Mr. Slow on exit stage left onto the gravel. Task 1 up the inside of Bidster now. It's all happening back here. Task 1, contact with Domingo. Seat 1 over the rumble strips. Messy from people here, but still, that's about as close as racing as you can get. Domingo goes onto the gravel now. Domingo exits onto the gravel into the kitty litter, and Task 1 tries to turn in, but Bidster's there. So Bidster back up, and Liliam's spun in the background as well, so we'll get some different angles on that. Here's a replay of all the little carnage that happened on lap 10 at the Lesmo. So you see Domingo there, exit stage left. Liliam taps that Rage, and you see here Bidster up the inside, tapped by Rage, and then Liliam nowhere to go, and then gets too excited on the power, ends up scaring some marshals. Here's another look at that incident on board with Task 1 now. So you see Bidster's there, so Bidster's up the inside, and then Rage hits Bidster, and then Bidster can't do anything, and then Liliam spins in excitement, and Task 1 rejoins. As we rejoin, here's the leader, Jay Hewson, making a break for it. He's usually quite good in boost races. Neil Farmack second, Jamo third, TY fourth. So these four breaking away from the Mad Bunch a bit further back. Those Bidster closed up to seat 1 now, so Bidster finally able to get some clear air and try and pull along with seat 1 as Task up the inside of Mr. Slow One gets through. Oh, seat 1's gone off gone wide. Seat 1's gone wide, Bidster goes through. Task 1 and Mr. Slow One taking advantage. Almost 3 wide again, coming down towards the first corner. Everyone on the brakes. Task up the inside of Seek, a little nudge. Seek says, no you don't, sunshine. And goes over the curb, gets the power on, but Task gets the better traction and keeps the position. Mr. Slow One and that Rage waiting in the wings. Towards the second chicane, the seat 1 up the inside, going to try again, but no, backs off. Mr. Slow One has a little look, but no, just trying to put the pressure on. Meanwhile, Neil Farmack and Jay Hewson's close together now. Neil closed up on Jay. And again in this one, the fuel is on ×4, the tyres are on ×2, so the tyres will wear over time, but not as fast as the fuel will. The fuel will probably last for about... on a full tank, roughly about 10 laps. But they all pitted earlier because we start off with a half tank of fuel. Just because it's a variety championship and we thought we'd spice things up a bit. Everyone a bit more spread out now. So everyone trying to keep up some pace as Neil and Jay Hewson now are the closest cars on track. Is it the Parabolica? Neil's in the draft. He'll close up to Jay Hewson here. We'll have a look into the first corner. Closing. He's up the inside. Jay Hewson doesn't even bother to defend. Jay Hewson's good on the brakes though. He'll go around the outside. Will he get it stopped? Yes, he will. Good defending there from Jay Hewson. Doesn't necessarily have to defend into the corner, but just carries the speed around the outside. There's Cuz Bidster catching up. And Task 1 and that Rage. Liliam taking a lot of curb there. In the background, Mr. Slow One and King Domingo having a little scrap further back. TY's gone further back, so TY's had another off. Rejoin the leaders, Jay Hewson, Neil Farmack. Still close together. Bidster in 4th. Oh, Task 1's on the gravel. Task 1's off. Now, was that a mistake or was he pushed? We'll get a replay. As we rejoin, Task goes off again, so unlucky for Task. In those couple of corners, lost a few positions, but the boost will help him out. The boost tends to have more effect if you're 5th place or lower. And obviously the lower you go in positions, the more boost you get. It's a shame because on Gran Turismo 5 and 6 the boost was done on how far away you were from the leader to try and keep the pack close, but unfortunately on this game it's done one position, which is why we were able to, there's a few gaps between people. As we go down towards Parabolica, TAS 1 at the inside, Lilian, and Domingo pulls out to get past Seek as well. Last minute dive, that rage goes wide, turn. Lilian makes a mistake and then hits everyone, and everyone goes into the wall. We'll get some replays on that. There's a replay on board with Domingo, the incident on lap 12, and then he has to avoid Seek. And TAS up the inside of Lil, that rage is running wide, and then Lilian runs wide into that rage, into TAS, and then exits stage left. As we rejoin this battle, TAS with King Domingo looking at the inside now. Mr. Slow One looking to follow suit. Hitting the foam marker board in the middle of the track there. And Mr. Slow One headbutts it off so no one else will hit it. King Domingo through. TAS 1 still behind King Domingo looking for a way through. Domingo doing well to hold station here. TAS 1 looks at the inside again. Oh, a little tap to Domingo. Careful boys, careful, let's keep it clean. As TAS 1 looks up the inside into the first Lesbo now. He goes through. Domingo will not take it lying down though, keep the pressure on. Mr. Slow One with Seat 1 behind him. Let's have a quick look at the leaders. There's Jay Houston, there's Jamo, Bidster, also all a bit more spread out, and then you've got these lot. Seek and Mr. Slow One side by side now, coming up towards Ascari. Who's going to get in front? It's Seek. Seek just gets in front. That rage holds station behind. Mr. Slow One holds 7th place. As they're all in each other's draft now, coming down towards the Parabolica. A bit closer further back as well. Lilian, Neil's gone further back as well, so Neil's had an off, or he's either been in the pits, either or. We didn't see that because I focused on the other battles. Look at the draft, look at the boost that Neil's got, using the draft as well in that Nissan. Now he's going to try and get past Lilian as well. Neil and Lilian side by side. Neil goes through. 8th place for the Farmac. As everyone slows down into the first chicane, Constantine is up. Oh, Lilian, bang, straight back past Neil. Little nudge to make good friends, and off up the Curva Grande. Everyone up towards the chicane. Lilian again diving up the inside of 2 people at once and doesn't get the car stopped in time, causes another accident. Very dirty driving from Lilian there. Should have really assessed the situation before he went into that corner. You can't just dive up the inside of 2 people at once. Got to think about moves, you've got to think about other people as well. You can't just get greedy, because that was what happens. You lose positions and you ruin other people's races. But still, Seek 1 in 5th place. Neil Farmac 6th now, moved up a few positions. Everyone close together. Neil Farmac over the curbs, over the 2nd curb, and then just taps the 3rd one. In the draft of Seek 1. TY looking for a way around Mr. Slow One. Will he go up the inside or will he stay behind? The 2 Jaguars running together. Now they're going to keep in line. That rage keeping pressure on TY. And Seek 1 goes a little bit wide. Neil sees an opportunity in the Nissan to go up the inside. Everyone running together. Lilian's back in the train now, so let's hope that Lilian can keep it a bit cleaner than he has done. As we look at Lilian now, the inside of that rage, onto the brakes, very, very late, as Mr. Slow One's made an error there. Contact. Now Lilian should let Mr. Slow One go here, but he doesn't. He hits him and he just goes through. Now he's up the inside of TY. Oh, Mr. Slow One a little bit out of shape there, but gets away with it as into the chicane we go. Oh, Lilian's lost the back end again. He's just not driving very well in this at all, Lilian. He's having a bit of a mess of a race. As we rejoin the leaders, Jay Houston and Jamo close together. Let's see how driving's properly done. We go out of we got the Sky Chicane. Jamo closing up in the 787B, but not close enough to make any moves yet. There's Task 1, 4th place. Bidster still in 3rd. Neil Farmack 5th. Seek 6th. TY 7th. That Rage 8th. William 9th. Mr. Slow 1 10th. King Domingo in 11th, but he has been in the pits, so he's using that boost to good effect. Look at the speed he can carry with the boost. It's insane. Almost flat through there, like it's a modern LMP1 car with the grip, and then it still has the speed of the Group C down the straight. Jamo's in the pits. Jamo's in the pits, and Mr. Slow on in the pits as well. Seat 1 up the inside of Neil Farmack, trying to get alongside. Let's have a look at this as Lilian goes up the inside of TY in the background. Will he make it stick this time? Goes side by side, leaves room. Yeah, better driving there from Lilian. That's how it should be done. Still side by side now, coming around Curva Grande. TY lets Lilian go and says, I'll just follow suit. And that Rage still behind TY. Lilian closes up to the back of Seat 1 now, coming around the first Lesmo. TY's a little look just to keep the pressure on Lilian. Lilian runs wide, it works! Lilian exits stage right. That Rage hits him, couldn't avoid that, so. But he recovers, he'll be catch back up with the boost, I'm sure. TY, Seat 1 together, Neil Farmack there, Task 1, 3rd place now for some clear air. Let's see what Task 1 can do. Bidster's still in, Bidster's up to 2nd now. Still using that clear air. Jay Houston in the pits. Jay Houston's pitting. Will Bidster follow or will he go round? I think he'll go round. He is doing. Bidster goes round. Jay in the pits. Task 1 in the pits. Neil Farmack goes round. Seat 1 in the pits. TY goes round. There's a little rhythm happening here. That Rage goes round. Lilian goes round as well. So yeah, everyone else going round. Mr. Slow 1 using the boost to catch up. Powering through in that Jag. Meanwhile, everyone else is coming out the pits. And there's Jamo. King Domingo works his work from the back. William 7th. Jay Houston now in 8th. Jay Houston rejoins in 8th place after that stop, so he must have gone for a full tank. Coming up towards the chicane. I would look around Lilian now, see if he can get through up the inside. Will he be able to? No, folds in behind. The curve and then tries to get a run up the inside into the first Lesmo. Will he get it done? No, he won't. He's still got a penalty to get rid of because he's still ghosting. There's Lilian. Whoa! Almost goes off the track. Jay Houston takes advantage and goes through into 7th place. There's King Domingo through there in 6th. Jamo 5th. Meanwhile, Neil Farmack there in 2nd place, closing on Bidster slightly. 1:33 last time round for Neil. But again, lap times in this race don't really count because the boost is on, so it'll be the boost that will decide the winner in this. It's about timing it right with the strategy. That Rage up to 4th, still behind TY, can't seem to find a way past him. He goes into the pits, that Rage into the pits. Jay Houston now alongside Domingo. I think he's more or less got it done as well. He's on the inside, on the brakes. Yep. Jay Houston gets it through into 5th and hits Jamo a bit late on the brakes there, but up and then gets a bit sideways out the corner, gets a bit caught out with himself, and Domingo says thank you very much, I will take that back. Meanwhile, a bit further back, Mr. Slow and have a look at the inside of Seat 1, but that's not going to work into there, backs off. One thing Mr. Slow One is good at is being cautious and taking opportunity when it arises, not just going for it straight away, but assessing the situation. He's really good at that. That Rage rejoins in 10th. Lilian still trying to find out how to get through that first chicane. TY up to 4th, behind Jamo now. So you can see being at the back for a bit did help with the boost with TY, and it's helped him make up places. But Jay Houston's closing up now in the Nissan as well. The ever pink colours of TY. Meanwhile, Neil Farmack is ahead of Bidster. Bidster's obviously running a different strategy in this. He might be trying to go a bit longer between stops. So, strategy paying out here. So Neil goes through, Bidster behind. Jamar 3rd, TY 4th, J 5th, Domingo 6th, Task 1 7th, Seek 8th. All a little bit more spread out now, but I'm sure the boost will make people close up, as it is doing now. King Domingo in the draft of Jay Houston, Jay Houston in the draft of TY. Jay Houston's going to try and go through to 4th place here, and he's done it. Under brakes, Task 1. Oh, trying to go on the outside, Domingo. And he almost gets it stopped. Contact. Yeah, backs off. That would have been a bit of a abrupt way to pass. So he's giving the place back to Domingo. Well done there. Seek 1 8th, Mr. Slow 1 9th. That Rage still behind in 10th. Lilian a bit further back. Meanwhile, TY Domingo and Task 1 trying to do 3 into 1. That doesn't work, boys. As TY loses a few places there, but I don't think he'll be too bothered because he'll still get a good boost and he'll get more speed. One strategy as well is he might even turn the engine down a bit while he's in the draft just to save a bit more fuel to go a bit longer. So all strategies that could work towards the end of the race. 30 minutes in now, out of 50. So 20 minutes left in this race. Only feels like we've been going 10 minutes in this race because there's been that much action. As Seek up the inside of TY, good move by Seek there, through past TY, right on the back of Domingo now. Domingo's his next victim in the other Sauber, goes round the outside. I think he'll have the overspeed as well, he'll have the draft from Task 1. Domingo not giving up without a fight though. Domingo's going to stick it up the inside, but no, has to fall to Seek. He gets the better line round the outside. Bidster's in the pits now, so Bidster on a different strategy to everyone else. He's in the pits, filling up with fuel. We watch Seek 1, King Domingo still close down towards the first chicane. And Seek moves out to have a little look at Task. No, he's defending from Domingo. Domingo tries to go around the outside, a little bit of contact's made, but I don't think there's any harm in that. He almost runs wide himself. If they get back on the power, Seek 1 trying to get better traction. I think he might have better traction, but he's got to go around the long way. Oh, he's just done it. Good job there by Seek 1. Come down towards the second chicane. Domingo thought he was going a little look back up the inside there. Oh, Seek 1's missed his braking point. Domingo follows him. TY has to back off, but almost Constantina's up there, but all good. Seek 1 through. Domingo, TY, Mr. Slow 1 back in the action. 8th place, towing that Rage along behind him. In fact, that Rage giving him a little push just to encourage. Bidster in 10th place, but I'm sure he'll be using that boost to good effect. He'll be back up in no time. Domingo under pressure from TY now. Gonna watch in front and behind through Ascari. Domingo rocking the actual 2011 Sauber colours, or 2012 Sauber colours. Let me get it right. So. To the Parabolica, Neil Farmack's in the pits now as well, so this could be another game changer. TY's up the inside of Domingo. Good move there from TY, just tried to get the run out, but Domingo's going to have a good overspeed and a draft from Seek if Seek keeps to the left hand side. This is all going to happen now. Mr. Slow 1 in the Jag with a good run as well. TY going backwards here. Mr. Slow 1 looking at the inside of Domingo. Will he go for it? Oh, I think he's going to. No, he's not. He backs off, folds out of it. Oh, little tap of encouragement saying, come on Domingo, let's get on with it, I'm in a rush. Meanwhile, Bidster and Lilian battling a bit further back. Neil Farmack behind that Rage now. There he is, Neil Farmack out the pits, fresh. New tyres, new fuel, more boost. Up the inside of that Rage into the chicane. Mr. Slow 1 and TY side by side. Mr. Slow 1 retains the position. Neil Farmack up to 8th. Lilian ahead. I think Bidster's let Lilian go. He's just going to follow him now up to this pack. Best to follow them, get involved in the battles. Mr. Slow 1 goes off. Neil Farmack has to avoid. Good reactions there from Neil. Mr. Slow 1, just a little mistake there, but it should be all okay because the boost will help him catch back up. There's Lilian and Bidster. It's not took them long to catch up at all. Everyone's still close. Neil Farmack now right up the backside of TY. Saying, yoo-hoo, remember me. Coming out exit of that corner, TY in the draft of Domingo now. Neil up the inside. Neil's on the move. Up the inside of TY, has a little look at Domingo, but says no, one at a time. TY says no, you don't, Sunshine, not that easily. Back up the inside. I'm going to take that back. And Mr. Slow One says, if you're not, Mr. Slow One says, I'm going to pitch, I'm not getting involved in this. Lilliam's back in this now. Lilliam. Up the inside of Neil Farmack, coming back through. He's going to be late on the brakes, we all know he is. He's going to go up the inside of Neil. Neil lets him go, says, all right mate, if you're that intent on being in front of me, I'll follow you. Oh, Domingo goes off. Domingo goes off there. Unlucky for Domingo. 9th place. Lilliam and Neil still fighting it out for 5th place. Neil Farmack needs to get ahead of this battle if he wants to try and catch up with the others. We'll look at the inside, will he dive for it? No, he won't. TY comes up behind, that rage behind him still. Bidster still at the back, waiting to pick up places. Lilliam still ahead of Neil, runs wide onto the gravel, spins round. Lilliam spins round, but he's got the boost, I'm sure he'll catch up. So unlucky there for Lilliam, his own mistake. Bidster up to 9th, Domingo 8th. That rage still behind TY. Will he look to make a move here? No, she's got Domingo up his inside, but that rage runs a bit wide, but still stays in front of Domingo there. There's a look nearer the front. There's Jamo in 2nd place, Task 1 3rd, Seat 1 4th, Neil Farmack closing on all them in 5th. That rage still behind TY. Can't seem to find a way through unless he's content with staying behind TY and trying to let him pull him up to the front. There's Bidster behind Domingo. I'm sure Bidster has got a little trick up his sleeve here. It's not like Bidster to hang back this much, so he must be trying to save fuel or something, or trying to think of a different strategy. As we go, as Domingo looks at the inside of TY, but no, thinks about it again. Just trying to bide his time. Bidster right behind that rage now. Bidster's making a move. Bidster's making the move. He's coming back through the pack now. He's decided to turn the wick up. Here he comes. Round the outside of that rage in the draft of TY now. Let's see if he makes a movement into here. TY defends. Bidster goes to the outside. TY says, no you don't, Sunshine. I've picked up a few tricks from your book. As he looks at the inside of Domingo, but no, doesn't make it through there. Lilliam closed up in the background with the boost. Meanwhile, Domingo still 6th, Neil Farmack 5th, Seek 4th. 2nd through to last place almost. All within a couple of seconds, maybe 3 or 4 seconds between the whole pack. Bidster passing TY around the outside. Will TY try to look at the inside still? No, Bidster can gets the position, someone's off ahead. Domingo made a little mistake there, so Bidster closes right up. Right behind Domingo now, he's got TY to think about as well. Coming down towards the Parabolica. Will TY look at the inside? No, he doesn't, backs off, still that rage behind him. TY's not been able to shake that rage almost the whole race. Bidster up the inside of Domingo now, says, you remember me. Let's have a go. Domingo's got the overspeed in that Sauber, though the Sauber's got some good speed, but that Mazda's no slouch either. It's going to be a battle on the brakes. And who's going to get it? I think, contact, but just a little rub in, and Bidster might have to fold here, but is he going to get the good traction? With a different camera, there we go. Bidster got the traction, Bidster's ahead. Good driving there by them two. Just a little tap, but you can't really avoid a tiny bit of contact in that chicane. Good racing room by both them drivers. Into the 2nd chicane now, everyone closing up. There's Bidster now behind Neil. He's up the inside into the first Lesmo, and he goes through. Good move on Neil there. Bidster on the move, deciding this is the time to turn up the wick. Will Neil try and follow him? I think he will. Seat 1's his next victim. But right at the front, Jay Hewson with a gap. Managing the position, managing the tyres. Managing the gap. Task 1, Jamo, Seat, Bidster. Oh, Bidster wide there. Bidster wide. That'll have lost him momentum. And Seat's gone off as well. Seat's gone off as well. Everyone else tries to avoid. Neil says, I'll avoid him and get past you as well. So Neil gains 2 places out of that. It's a good job by Neil there. Domingo with Seat all over the back of him. That rage is finally in front of TY. And, now I say that, TY's about to pass him again because he just made a little error there, that rage. And TY says, I've had enough of this, I'm in the pits. So Liliam on the inside now, 3 wide again. Domingo, seat 1, Liliam on the inside, into the braking point. We all know Liliam doesn't give up on the brakes, and there he goes, 2 positions in 1, and he actually gets the car stopped this time. That's what you should have done earlier, Liliam. Well done, you did it. So seat 1 behind Domingo now. Vince is going to have his mirrors full of Liliam. Seek and Domingo side by side behind. Up to the second chicane. Practically door handle to door handle into the chicane. Are we all going to get through? Liliam goes wide, Seat goes wide as well. And retains his position from Domingo. And now he's going to have a little look at Liliam and say, I'm going to take advantage of that mistake. And up the inside he goes. Liliam will not give up, but he has to concede. Go down the straight, under the old circuit, there's the bridge. Under the bank circuit, up the other side, towards the Ascari chicane. Everyone through with the same camera shot. Lovely stuff. Neil goes through. Jamo as well in the background. Oh, there he is. There's Jamo. Let's say seat 1 in the background, there he is. With Domingo behind him, still all closing up now. This could all get messy into the first corner if everyone's in each other's draft. People start closing up. I think Domingo's heading for the pitch. Yes, he is. He's getting out of that battle now. He's doing what TY did, but look how close, look how fast TY's going now with that boost. It's incredible speed. As Liliam now close up to the back of the pack, and I'm right, it's all going to Constantina up. Seat 1 has a little look at Bidster. Bidster says, no you don't. That rage with Liliam behind him now. So again, the mirror's full of that blue and yellow Nissan behind him. All in a line. Round Curva Grande. 10 minutes left in this race. So people have to think about last minute pit stops here to get the gap, and Liliam has a little lunge up the inside of seat 1. But has to fold out of it again. Getting a bit over ambitious here, Liliam. Jamo defends from Neil. Jamo now the leader of this pack because the pack's closed up to 3rd. Neil looking left, right. Bidster saying, I want to join in as well. Don't forget me. As we come out of that corner. Jamo, Neil and Bidster close together. This is going to be fun. Jamo defends from Neil. Neil has the overspeed. And he might even be able to get past around the outside if he can keep the right line. Yes, he does. Jamo, seat 1, bang! Into the side of Bidster, tries to get through. Bidster's trying to hold his own. No, you don't, sunshine. So Bidster's lost touch with them lot there, so he's going to have to turn up the wick again. Liliam behind seat 1. Here he goes at the inside, and we all know he's going to be late on the brakes. Last of the late breakers, but usually a bit over ambitious, but I think he's done. No, he's over ambitious again. 2 wide. Seat 1 goes through. Liliam goes back down to 7th place. So Liliam really does need to try and calm his driving style down. Everyone else into the pits, making those last minute pit stops. But look at Bidster's fuel, 56 litres. So he's just joining everyone else in there to try and get a bit more boost. And then use fresher tyres. So good idea from Bidster, but everyone else, don't count them out, because even though they've got to fill up with more fuel, they will have a lot more boost than Bidster. So this is still all to play for. Neil Farmack coming round in 3rd positions. Task 1 up to 2nd now. Task 1 sort of broke away from that other battle earlier on, and he's now up to 2nd. Jay Houston's still in the lead, but will he be able to keep the lead with the boost guys further back? Task 1. Oh, Neil gets very sideways at that corner there. Rare mistake from Neil Farmack. Mr. Slow one through and kind of knocks that red ball out of the way. TY follows suit behind. Bidster 7th out the pits. So everyone from here backwards has been in the pits. So Domingo, Seek, Lil and Jamo all out the pits. Jamo with the big boost advantage here. So we'll see how this pans out towards the end of the race, with 7 minutes remaining now. 7 minutes left in this race. Domingo goes through there. Let's have a little. Bidster's right behind TY. Bidster and TY close together. Bidster and TY around 141. We're now towards the parabolic and now in the draft. Jay Houston's in the pits. This could be a race changer. Jay Houston's in the pits. TY goes round Parabolica very wide, but still okay. Mr. Slow on behind Bidster saying, "Yoo, hello, I've got a boost and I can drive fast, woohoo!" As he goes down the straight, will he have a little look at Bidster here? Will he try and pull a cheeky move? Don't think he will. I think he'll keep suit, just try and keep the pace. Bidster has a lunge on the inside of TY on the brakes, and TY sees him coming, gives him room. Bidster just showing his nose there. Oh, TY gets sideways. Mr. Sloan says thank you. I will take both those positions. TY just got on the throttle a bit too early there, and Bidster had to back out just to make sure he didn't hit him. So all's well that ends well, and TY, Mr. Slowan's in the lead of the race. Good for Mr. Slowan. As TY tries to go around the outside, Mr. Slowan holding his own, saying no, you don't, sunshine, just because I'm in the lead doesn't mean I'm going to let you go. Mr. Slowan in the lead of a championship race. Good to see. Welcome to the front, Mr. Slowan. Now you're going to keep it. TY in second place. Bidster in third, right behind, looking for any opportunity to go through. Mr. Slowan's going to get mobbed here because of the lack of boost. Here he goes. TY goes through. Bidster follows suit. Jay Houston says, don't forget me. This is probably going to be the battle to the end of the race now. Bidster and Jay Houston together, TY in the lead. This is going to be the battle to the end. I don't think anyone else is going to make a pit stop now unless they've really misjudged the fuel. But we all know these top lads have already pitted. This is going to be a battle to the end. Jay Houston following, and let's have a look further back. Mr. Slowan back in fifth now, so he had his moment of glory, now he's back in fifth. With Neil Farmack all over the back of him. He's going to let him go and take the draft. As we look at the leaders now, Jay Houston behind Bidster. Will he have a little look? Will Bidster defend? Bidster defends. Jay Houston tries to go around the outside, but no, there's no way, there's no easy way past Bidster. He's got to work for it. As we go over the curbs, everyone at the first chicane. A bit further back, let's have a look. All that rage. Jamo past Task 1. That rage goes wide onto the gravel. No. So Jamo through on Task. Lil in the background waiting to pick up any pieces. Bidster closes up to TY now. Bidster's on the roll, he's turned the wick up. TY's got to be careful here as he's going to get mugged. TY defends from Bidster into the first Lesmo. No way through there. Bidster, I think he took a little bit too much curb there, a bit slower out. And Jay Houston's up the inside into the second Lesmo. Good opportunistic driving as Bidster doesn't do himself any favours. Bit of contact onto the outside of the corner. Got to try and catch up again now. Meanwhile, King Domingo ahead of Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack saying, I want to get to the front, I need to get to the front, otherwise it's going to be too late. Meanwhile, Bidster right behind Jay Houston still, trying to look for a way round. This is where the race really heats up for the win. As Bidster in the draft of Jay Houston now. Meanwhile, Domingo's getting passed by Neil Farmack in the background. There we go. Neil Farmack up the inside, goes through. Domingo gives him a little push to say, there you go, mate, on you go. I'm sure he'll stay right behind him. Task 1 and Lil Yam. And Jamo. Oh, we're going 3 wide down to the first corner. 3 wide. Jamo's picking in the middle between the two Belgians, playing pinball into the braking zone. Lil Yam misses it completely again. Gets too carried away with himself. And Lil Yam, unlucky there, but again trying to be too over ambitious and too late on the brakes. You can't go 3 wide into the chicane, into the first chicane at Monza and get away with it. Meanwhile, Bidster still harassing the back of Jay Houston, using all the curb, really aggressive driving as Task 1 through on Jamo into 6th place. Will he get past Domingo now? Into the first Lesmo and then the second one. He's right behind. Oh, he gives him a nudge. Oh, he's nudged Domingo off the track. Oh no! We'll get a replay on that. Here's a replay of the Domingo Task incident at the first Lesmo on lap 30. Domingo goes into the corner, a little bit wide, Task bang, and then Domingo off the road. Here's the incident on board with Task into the corner. See, Domingo runs a little bit wide, Task runs into too hot, and then bang, taps Domingo off. As we now, Jay Houston's close up to the back of TY, hungry for this win. Into Ascari. TY through. Jay, Bidster, Neil, Task, Jamo, Domingo. In that order. Seat 1. On the gravel, oh, on the grass, on the gravel. He's going to lose speed here. Mr. Sloan will be able to close up. As we quickly go back to the front, Jay Houston. Oh, Jay Houston's in front of TY. Jay Houston's in front of TY. TY's running wide. That's going to let Bidster go through. We have to avoid the little hump there. Bidster goes through, I think. Yes, he will. TY's in the draft again, and further back we've got more cars going 3 wide. Everyone in the same boat. Oh, this is going to be close. Jamo looks like he's going to... Oh, no, I think Jamo's outbraked himself. Yes, Jamo's outbraked himself and spun round. No. Oh, and Mr. Slow on wrong place, wrong time. And he just lets Jamo go. And Liliam says, thank you, I will take that. Domingo and Task 1 now close. Let's focus on the battle for the lead. Jay Houston versus Bidster. Jay Houston defends. Over the curbs. Bidster looking for a way round. Looking right, looking left. Just applying the pressure. Not necessarily looking for a way to go through, but just keeping the pressure on Jay Houston. Houston still in front. Bidster second. TY third, waiting in the wings. Just in case anything happens. We'll have a little look further back. Domingo under pressure from seat 1 again. This could be the last lap. It's going to be very, very close. So we'll go back to the leaders. Jay Houston versus Bidster. Look at the clock down in the bottom left corner. This could be the last lap. Bidster goes to the outside. Jay Houston defends. Bidster tries to go on the outside. Contact between the 2 leaders. Both tried to use the same bit of tarmac, and nothing that could be done to avoid contact there. As he goes. Here's a replay of Jay and Bidster on the second to last laps. Bidster on the outside, Jay, and then just a little bit of contact on the way in, but no harm done. Both positions resume the same. Right there. As we go across the line, this is going to be very close. This is going to be the last lap. No, 1 more lap to go. Bidster gets thrown a lifeline with the timer, and now goes up the inside of Jay Houston to the first corner, down towards the chicane. Jay Houston tries to keep round the outside, Bidster up the inside. Jay Houston says, no, I'm not giving up without a fight. No, you don't, sunshine. But Bidster gets the traction because Jay Houston turns too tight. Bidster's ahead. But will Jay Houston get the speed around the outside? No, Bidster's ahead. Bidster's in the hot seat now. Got to defend that position. No, he doesn't defend it because he thinks he's that far in front. He knew he couldn't get past. Over the curbs. Flat out stuff now from Bidster. This needs to be a qualifying lap. Okay, here's a replay with our new 360 camera on top of Jay Houston's car, looking at Bidster. That's around the outside. There he goes. Oh, a little bit of contact on the way in, but no harm done. Just both of them just misjudged that slightly. As they go down the straight now, so we're looking back still from Jay Houston's camera, looking at Bidster closing up, and the Mazda moves to the right. There he goes. The first corner, defends on the inside, trying to get through, and on the curb a little bit of contact, but again can't avoid that there. Then both cars get straight, and Bidster just better on the traction, not wanting to miss a gear at all. There we go, and then Bidster, a little nudge there from Jay Houston to Bidster. Will he have a look up the inside this time, or will he stay behind? No, he's going to stay behind, and then over the curb. Meanwhile, further back, you can see everyone filing through the chicane in the background. We're going to keep an eye on this first place battle here, because this is going to be the one that decides the race. Bidster's turned up the wick. He's in qualifying mode. Jay Houston's trying to follow, and I think that's it. That's ruined the race for Jay Houston there. That little mistake. Bidster's got a gap now, and TY's going to be all over the back of Jay Houston now. Jay having to defend from TY, so I think that might have just sealed the race for Bidster. He's got to make no mistakes though. Well, he runs a bit wide into there though, but I think he gets away with it. TY right behind Jay Houston now, looking for a way through and towards the out of Ascari, down towards Parabolica for the last time. Bidster's safe now. I think Bidster's safe, just needs to get through Parabolica without no incidents, and there's been an off in the background. I think Liliam's off. We'll get some replays on that after the just after. But Bidster's going to win. Bidster is going to win. He's won. Bidster's won. Well done to Bidster. Good victory. Jay Houston second. TY third. Neil Farmack fourth. Jamo's going to be fifth. Domingo sixth. Task 1 seventh. Mr. Slow on eighth. Oh, and seat 1's run out of fuel. No. Liliam's going to be ninth, I think, from that range, unless that range can get past. No, I don't think. He's on board with the Jamo eye view on the last lap. See Liliam ahead there with Task 1, and then late on the brakes, hits Task 1, takes him off, and then rejoins, and then on the curb puts the power on, the car squirms out of control, and then takes himself into the wall. No, I don't think so. Liliam's going to be 9th. That Rage is going to be 10th. And unlucky for Seek 1 there. Ran out of fuel right on the line. Oh, feel so sorry for Seek 1 in that one. But yeah, your winner is Bidster. There we are. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.